What's going on, guys? So we're doing another video today. I'm going to be installing these LED pod lights from Auxbeam. These pods are about 4 inches, 3,000 to 6,500 lumens, 10 to 30 volts. But it's going in a 1987 Toyota pickup truck, which is going to be that 12 volt system. But yeah, just a quick review on them. I mean, they're made out of aluminum. They're painted nice. Pretty sure they're sealed as well. They seem pretty tough. There was 2 options for the color on the lens. You could go with a clear or amber. I thought the amber look was gonna be pretty nice with the truck. So basically what I'm gonna be doing is mounting both of them on the front under this gap. So it also comes with a wiring harness. Each pod is going to have a connector like this, which is pretty nice. Secure connection, pretty sure it's waterproof too. These little grommets on it. So one thing, this harness comes with a little push button that's supposed to go in the cab to turn them on and off, which is cool. But what I want to end up doing, and what I actually got as well, is, so I picked up this night light panel or switch panel, and what I want to do is run these lights to this switch panel instead of using this little button. So we'll see if I can end up doing something like that. But for now, we're just going to use the normal harness, not going to cut into it at all. But yeah, so first step is we're just going to get that angle grinder. And then just right on top, going to remove some of this paint. Got some bare metal, and I got some pieces of metal that we need to cut as well. And yeah, just get those welded in. So I'll give you an update. All right, so we got these 2 little brackets made up. They're going to do the job. Right, they're not perfect, but so I'm gonna go ahead and weld one probably about right there, other one over here. So got this all grinded down. Probably just gonna weld one side. I think it should be fine. So I will update you after I get those tacked on there. All right, just eyeball them. Just try to center it up on these little winch hole bumpers, or winch holes, whatever. Got them both tacked in place. And yeah, I'm no welder, so we'll see how this turns out. All right. Not the best, not the worst. I don't think they're going anywhere. This is what I'm using, just a little 110 Arxon. About 6.5, 7, max. And it'll burn, dude. Looks okay. So yeah, now I'm just gonna get the headlights on there, and after that it's just gonna be a quick hookup to make sure they work, and then it'll just be tucking the wire harness away. So I'll let you know how that goes. All right, guys, we got it all wired up. Well, I have it wired to the battery, and then I guess this thing, I don't know if this will draw power off the battery if this off light is always on. Little red light, but anyway, they do work. Now it's green, now it's red again. So I don't know, this might have to go to like an accessory 12 volt wire instead of the battery, thinking about it. I mean, this probably isn't enough to drain the battery overnight, but maybe if you had it hooked up for, I don't know, a week or so. But yep, they work. So gonna get everything, gonna get these bolted down or tightened down. Had the bottoms tightened down pretty good. Gonna get a nice angle on these, and they should look pretty good. A little droopy. Yeah, man, they're bright. Look good overnight, but maybe if you had it hooked up for, I don't know, a week or so. But yep, they work. So gonna get these bolted down or tightened down. Had the bottoms tightened down pretty good. Gonna get a nice angle on these, and they should look pretty good. A little droopy. Yeah, man, they're bright. Look good. All right, guys. So we got the headlights tightened down. We have the harness run. Everything's hooked up. The relay's secured, and then the let's see, the push button is now located in the cab. So basically, we just have it zip tied to this top bumper, or this top tube, or middle tube, I guess, and then just run it under here. We have all the excess wiring just tucked in here. We have the relay on the harness screwed down right in there next to the other ones that we installed here for the HID headlight conversion, which I have another video about that too. And then basically there's the inline fuse that I just have tucked away down there, and then the wire for the button start, or the button goes down here, down through that little hole, through the firewall, and into here. So since I'm not sure where I'm gonna put this in the long run, I just have the excess wire kind of bundled up, and here's the switch for it. All right, so what I'm gonna do is hook this up, and then I'll set it down so you guys can see these things from your point of view. Sweet. Yeah, overall, easy to install. I think they look really good. I will put the link for these in the description of the video. Took me maybe about an hour to do. It would have been about an hour just for the install of the headlights and the harness. The whole, brackets, that's its own ordeal. But anyway, they look pretty sweet. So hopefully you guys like this video, and it was a good review of them. I think overall they're built well, they look good, they're super bright, and they're affordable. So I think it was I think they were like $120 for the kit. But anyway, I'm looking forward to using them at night and seeing what they can do, or how long they last as well. So anyway, thanks for watching. Yeah, so also before this video ends, just gonna let you guys know that I'm gonna have a couple other videos of stuff that I'm doing to this truck. So most of it I won't make videos on because it's pretty basic stuff that already has like millions of videos on, right? So one of the things is removing this old like factory sound deadening or like insulation layer on the bottom of the cab so I can repaint it. I bought some like dyno mat that I'm gonna put down on there, and then eventually some carpet. But that's gonna be a little while. Plus there's videos on how to remove this stuff with like laying dry ice on it and chipping it up. I mean, these door cards, I'm missing mine, so I have some pieces of wood that I cut out a couple years ago, so I'm gonna redo those, and I might make like short videos on them, but I don't think it's really necessary. Like, I need to replace, some of the front end suspension, mess with the camber a bit. Some things that I will make a video on though is like, I got rear-ended years ago, so I was kind of on the fence of what to do, with this. But what I was initially thinking was, cutting along this seam and then just zipping a straight line down here and there, and then just replacing it with some angle iron. But what I think I'm going to do instead is just trying to use a chisel and hammer and separate this seam that goes all the way around. And I don't think like Toyota actually welded any of this. They used some type of automotive adhesive instead. So I think if I can separate those things, this whole lip will come off, and then I'm gonna do my best to straighten this part out and this part out separately. So when they're not, you know, attached, it should be easier, because I've already tried. I pulled out like the biggest part of the dent, but all of this is just crunched in, you know. So once I get these separated, I should be able to bend them a little bit easier. Another thing that I might make a video on too is this tailgate. I bought a used tailgate because my dumbass 18-year-old self threw away my old one, but this thing has some rust on it, so I might try to do like a I don't know, maybe a refurbishing video on rusty tailgates. I mean, the bottom side is pretty bad. I got it for cheap, so I'm not too pissed, but there is some work that needs to be done. But like this whole area, maybe you zip it out and then replace this with angle iron, clean off, you know, all the surface, and just put like a nice enamel over it so it'll last. But I mean, it looks straight. These hinges are, you know, holding up pretty good. The hardware needs to be at least taken apart and cleaned up because it is a little stiff. Kind of works, but whatever. So just kind of videos on like odd shit, you know, because there's plenty of videos on like how to do, you know, stuff that everybody needs to do these trucks, like replacing suspension components and whatnot. But anyway, yeah, just that's kind of the whole point of these videos. Plus, they're kind of fun to make. So anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you later.